Who do you think's going to win within in the fight, Jack Della and Islam?
It's a good fight, but a tough fight. I go a little bit more on Islam.
You can still see yourself going back down to welterweight, or are you looking to just...
So just focus on this fight, but after that we will see. But we always have some different plans, but we'll see what's going on.
Islam Makachev is gearing up for a historic challenge as he prepares to face Jack Della Maddalena, most likely at UFC 322 this October. Confident in his abilities, Makachev has openly stated his ambition to capture a second UFC belt. For him, becoming a two-division champion is the ultimate test, an achievement that only a select few fighters in MMA history have managed to secure.
Clarify, like, did they make you give up the lightweight title?
The General Shkhuna and everybody.
Yeah, like the
Of
UFC.
course, this is the dream, man. This is the dream for the all champions. And like we know many champions, but not is there from them like double. That's why everybody want to be double champ. Everybody want to be UFC champ, but we don't have many people who have two belts. That's why I want to be.
Meanwhile, Carlos Parres and Henry Cejudo broke down the potential dynamics of the fight. Parres admitted he once believed Jack would struggle due to injuries and long layoffs, expecting a cautious, points-based contest. However, Jack's recent improvements surprised him. Cejudo, on the other hand, emphasized that Makachev is a completely different type of challenge, with top control and relentless pressure unlike anything Jack has previously encountered.
I was thinking Jack Della Maddalena would lose. He got injury, and I was like almost 2 years without fight. Then he come to different level, bro. He was like gonna be a board fight by point and things like that. But bro, what he did was really good work. He grew up a lot.
Yeah, but
He come a different level.
Yeah, but Islam is a different animal. If there's one thing that I could say in that fight, Islam Makachev, he gets on top of you.
Yeah.
He's a blanket, bro. The top control that Islam has in comparison to Belal is completely.
The hype around the bout intensified when Khabib Nurmagomedov casually revealed the matchup during a live appearance. He confirmed that Makachev would indeed face Della Maddalena at Madison Square Garden. Following Khabib's remarks, insider reports confirmed that the fight is scheduled to headline UFC 322 in November 2025.
Be quiet. He is now upset because I give information. But if you deal with UFC, I don't deal with UFC. It's a deal problem. But we have deal with them. He's gonna fight in Madison Square Garden.
Daniel Cormier reacted strongly to Khabib's revelation, calling it one of the sport's most anticipated matchups. He pointed out that Islam is moving into uncharted territory by stepping up to welterweight. According to Cormier, the super fight offers Makachev a chance to prove his dominance at 170 pounds, while giving Jack the opportunity of a lifetime to test himself against one of MMA's pound-for-pound greats.
Wow. He's a much better striker than people give him credit for. He won all the rounds against Dustin Poirier. Fight that was pretty much all striking. Everybody's like, wait, Dustin Poirier fought him so well. He did. It was literally 5 rounds to 0 and he got submitted.
It's almost like Poirier got his licks, but he got dominated.
He got beat because Islam's been so good. People judge him differently. I think there are way more interesting fights for him at 170 because of the size difference than there is at 155. Because right now, when was the last time he had finished someone? He finished Charles for the belt.
Volk.
He fought Volk. That was close. Didn't finish him. And the second time he finished Volk.
Finish Moicano.
Finish Moicano. Finish Dustin Poirier. He beats them all because they're good.
Cormier also highlighted that Makachev's striking is often overlooked. He reminded fans that Islam outperformed Dustin Poirier on the feet for nearly 5 rounds before securing a finish. Yet much of the conversation was centered around Poirier. Cormier argued that Makachev's brilliance is frequently underappreciated because he makes elite-level performances look effortless. The real test, however, will be against welterweights closer to his size.
He's a threat everywhere. Like when he knocked out Volk with that high kick. Yeah, and granted, crazy. But granted, if I was in Volk's corner, I would say, no, you're not taking it. You've been drinking beer and eating kebabs. Like, there's no way you're taking this fight on 10 days' notice. I don't care how confident you are. I don't care how much you like fighting. That's a crazy thing. I don't care how much money they're paying you. Because you look at the slide that his career took, right? He arguably won that first fight with Islam. Very close fight, loses a decision. Or was it a draw?
It was a decision. Was it a draw? That's actually a good question.
Rogan echoed the sentiment, stressing that Makhachev's striking has evolved into a true weapon, not merely a setup for takedowns. He pointed to the knockout victory over Alexander Volkanovski as proof of Islam's growing precision and fight IQ. Rogan also criticized Volkanovski's decision to accept a short-notice rematch against Islam, calling it a high-risk gamble against someone with such technical timing.
I think he'd be fine, man. I think he'd be good, but people be sleeping on Jack, you know what I mean? And I think Jack is one of the best fighters in the world right now, and I think people is gonna find out when that match happens. I don't know. I'm hearing rumors maybe October. I think it's gonna be a fun fight, smart fight, but a lot of people counting out Jack for I don't know what reason. They just keep counting him out. Kind of reminds me of when I was like coming up and counting me out about certain fights. So I mean, he is, he's the number 2 pound for pound in the world right now, but he's the number 2 pound for pound in the world for a reason. So you gotta respect that, but don't sleep on Jack. I think it's gonna be a tough.
Former featherweight champion Max Holloway also shared his views. He acknowledged that Makachev has the tools to succeed at welterweight, but warned against underestimating Jack Della Maddalena. Holloway compared the doubts surrounding Jack to those he himself faced early in his career, stressing that Jack is one of the best fighters in the world and capable of delivering a thrilling performance.
Islam Makachev is going to be fighting Jack Della Maddalena. How do you think those two match up?
I think Jack's fight against Belal was a perfect fight for leading into that. Purely, you take a lot out of stop and takedowns, because again, every fighter still going to have little doubts that are going to creep in. I'm sure Jack was going through that. They're like, all right, worried about what if he takes me down and all that. The fact that he was able to stop it and feel so comfortable, I guarantee you he's leveled up again. His confidence in his takedown has just went up significantly leading into this fight. I think his confidence is going to be at a whole nother level. So through camp, I guarantee you, if he's back in training right now, people trying to take him down are going to find it almost impossible. Only the top guys are going to have a chance of taking him down, and they're going to have a very hard time.
Featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski added further intrigue, praising Jack's growth following his impressive win over Belal Muhammad. Volkanovski suggested that this fight could serve as ideal preparation for facing Makachev, pointing to Jack's sharpened takedown defense and composure. He noted that the version of Jack we are seeing now could trouble even the most accomplished grapplers.
How do you think Islam versus JDM goes down?
I think Islam probably take it down. Islam's wrestled really good. Even with me, if I really commit to it, I take it down. Their team's so good at hacking it, game plan and sticking to it.
You said that you kind of abandoned the game plan a little. You think if you got a rematch, you would change the game plan a bit?
No, I think I went through 3 rounds, but you have to go out there and make it more clear. When you get into the cage and you're fighting, right? You get into that, I feel like striking. Let's keep going. I was doing well with it. Let's keep going. If your coach is trying to get you to focus on the game plan again, it's like, man, I'm doing well with it. You're thinking you're doing better than you are. Every fight you gain something from it, right? That's why I get.
Belal Muhammad also weighed in, predicting that Islam would use his grappling and tactical discipline to control Jack. Belal admitted that Islam's consistency stands in contrast to his own tendency to lose focus in striking exchanges. He acknowledged that each fight offers lessons in composure and strategy, but few fighters stick to a game plan as effectively as Makachev does.
Belal, another question. So if Islam beats Jack in the box, would you fight Islam for the belt?
My belt. So for me, I got to work my next opponent. So after I get my next win, then I can talk about the belt.
What's your prediction for Islam and JDM?
I think it just comes down to if Islam can get it to the ground. If it gets to the ground, I think Islam will be levels above him on the ground and could catch a submission, but you got to get it there first.
At the same time, Belal addressed the possibility of facing Islam himself. While admitting that the title remains an important goal, he emphasized that his immediate priority is to focus on his next opponent before entertaining thoughts of a championship clash.
You got Ilya Islam. I've got Makachev. I got Makachev as well.
And I've got Makachev second round TKO with a knee.
Oh yeah, you going by rounds.
Yeah, I think he'll shoot a couple takedowns. Ilya will stuff it. Ilya will catch him a few times and people will go ooh and ah. And then when they clash again, I think Makachev will go grab him. Ilya will think, oh, he's shooting again. Tight punch, bang, body, knee to the head. Ilya all of a sudden stumble, downhill from there. I think he beats Oliveira with a body.
The MMA guru offered a vivid prediction of how the fight could unfold. He envisions the early rounds playing out like a chess match, with Jack defending takedowns and landing crisp strikes to stay ahead. However, he predicts Makachev will eventually adapt perfectly timing a clinch, landing a punishing knee to the body, and using relentless pressure to score a second-round TKO.
The fight against Islam goes. I think it's a super difficult fight. Obviously, he's faced Volk twice, so the first one very competitive. And now we're facing a guy that's best scrambling ability, period, in all of MMA. And I think that's what Belal struggled with. So I think size difference is going to be quite a lot than people think. And we've seen how Volk did on the ground, how much Islam struggled with him. Jack beats Islam, puts Islam in a difficult position. Does he now go back down to fight Ilya?